This is WikiSaid, Wikipedia articles read aloud for the visually impaired and everyone else. This episode is for the article. The game, mind game. The game is a mind game in which the objective is to avoid thinking about the game itself. Thinking about the game constitutes a loss, which must be announced each time it occurs. And yes, you did just lose. If you like the video, remember to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification icon. You can visit our website at wikisaid.com. Now the article. The game, mind game. The game is a mind game in which the objective is to avoid thinking about the game itself. Thinking about the game constitutes a loss, which must be announced each time it occurs. It is impossible to win most versions of the game. Depending on the variation, it is held that the whole world or all those who are aware of the game are playing it all the time. Tactics have been developed to increase the number of people who are aware of the game and thereby increase the number of losses. Origin. The origins of the game are uncertain. The most common hypothesis is that the game derives from another mental game, Finchley Central. While the original version of Finchley Central involves taking turns to name stations, in 1976 some members of the Cambridge University Science Fiction Society (CUSFS) developed a variant where the first person to think of the titular station loses. The game in this form demonstrates ironic processing in which attempts to suppress or avoid certain thoughts make those thoughts more common or persistent than they would be at random. How this became simplified into the game is unknown. One hypothesis is that once it spread outside the Greater London area among people who are less familiar with London stations, it morphed into its self-referential form. The creators of LoseTheGame.net, a website which aims to catalog information relating to the phenomenon, have received messages from multiple former members of the CUSFS commenting on the similarity between the Finchley Central variant and the modern game. The first known reference to the game is a blog post from 2002. The author states that they found out about it online about 6 months ago. The game is most commonly spread through the internet, such as via Facebook or Twitter, or by word of mouth. Gameplay. There are 3 commonly reported rules to the game. Everyone in the world is playing the game. This is alternatively expressed as, everybody in the world who knows about the game is playing the game, or, you are always playing the game. A person cannot refuse to play the game, it does not require consent to play, and one can never stop playing. Whenever one thinks about the game, one loses. Losses must be announced. This can be verbally with a phrase such as, I just lost the game, or in any other way, for example via Facebook or other social media. Some people may have ways to remind others of the game. The definition of thinking about the game is not always clear. If one discusses the game without realizing that they have lost, this may or may not constitute a loss. If someone says, what is the game, before understanding the rules, whether they have lost is up for interpretation. According to some interpretations, one does not lose when someone else announces their loss, although the second rule implies that one loses regardless of what made them think about the game. After a player has announced a loss or after one thinks of the game, some variants allow for a grace period between 3 seconds to 30 minutes to forget about the game, during which the player cannot lose the game again. Strategies. Strategies focus on making others lose the game. Common methods include saying, the game, out loud, or writing about the game on a hidden note, in graffiti in public places, or on banknotes. Associations may be made with the game, especially over time, so that one thing inadvertently causes one to lose. Some players enjoy thinking of elaborate pranks that will cause others to lose the game. Other strategies involve merchandise. T-shirts, buttons, mugs, posters, and bumper stickers have been created to advertise the game. The game is also spread via social media websites such as Facebook and Twitter. Possible endings. The common rules do not define a point at which the game ends. However, some players state that the game ends when the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom announces on television that the game is up. The March 3, 2008 edition of the webcomic XKCD declares its reader the winner of the game and therefore free from the game's mind virus. Reception. The game has been described as challenging and fun to play and as pointless, childish, and infuriating. In some internet forums such as Something Awful and GameSpy, and in several schools, the game has been banned. The 2009 Time 100 poll was manipulated by users of 4chan, forming an acrostic for Marblecake, also the game, out of the top 21 people's names. Stick around for a minute for some bonus facts. If you like the video, remember to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification icon. You can support us at patreon.com/wikisaid. You can visit our website at wikisaid.com. As a reward for listening the whole way through, here are some bonus facts. The website Lose the Game provides a timeline of events that may have led to the creation of the game, citing similar games as possible precursors. In 1840, Russian author Leo Tolstoy played a game with his brother in which they had to stand in a corner and avoid thinking about a white bear. In 1863, Russian author Fyodor Dostoevsky described the same game in the book Winter Notes on Summer Impressions. The game later became known associated with ironic process theory in psychology, referring to the mental process causing thoughts to arise when the thinker attempts to suppress them. That's it for this article. Thanks for listening.